Happy time zone, it's me Ivory Snow Plays, and welcome to another video. If you're new here, I enjoy role-playing, virtual reality, and life simulation games, so if that's something that you're interested in as well, I would like to invite you to hit the sub button. Now, if you're not new here, welcome back Club Snow Angel. We are getting into another episode of That Time I Got Pregnant by a Vampire, that one Sims 4 Let's Play that was supposed to be a cute romantic Halloween story that we just all got really invested in. So first, I want to say that this episode actually opens on a really happy note. So Oya and Shango had a little kitten, and his name is Little Chester Titan, and he is just the cutest patootiest. So that's like the one positive thing about this episode. And I do want to say in advance that I had some recording issues, but you know, the tea still needs to be spilled, so we'll just, you know, fill in the gaps, get into the Let's Play, and I hope you guys enjoy another episode of this tragic love story. Let's get into it. There's so many other things that we could be doing right now, but instead I start the Let's Play. I was playing with the kitten, and what do I open up to see? These two. She's in her second trimester, and honestly, like, these two don't even have a relationship outside of like the physical aspect, and he's only marrying her because he's in love with her mom. I don't like this man. I don't like his piercings, and I really just cannot wait for their relationship to be like over at this point, because this was really supposed to be a cute Let's Play of a vampire. Hello? Oh, Cecilia. Okay, that just made Cecilia embarrassed. Oh my goodness. So the doors are glass, first of all. So I'm not sure why she would just walk up in there if she saw what was happening. And I just feel like I'm gonna have her just experiment and make some potions to try to get her mind off of what she just saw. But I'm trying to understand why Cecilia would go in there. I'm gonna come check on my girl Lori, and it's snowing outside, it's cold. So she's turning the air on, but I think Lori just wants to get out this house. I feel like out of everyone here, she's very frustrated. She's frustrated with her sister. She's frustrated with Servius, the Miari girl. She just wants to learn more about her. So I am going to actually have Lori be messy. And I mean, it's not being messy if you're focused on your sister's well being. But I'm going to have Lori invite that girl that was at Servius's house, and they are going to go to the cafe and just talk. So I still can't believe that this is the woman that is, you know, the other interest of Servius. So I'm just gonna have her give her a compliment, be like, oh my god, you look so great. Is she pregnant? Is she pregnant? Y'all, let me find out Servius's side chick is pregnant. Oh my god. I'm so glad Lori decided to be messy and invite this woman out. I cannot. So she is pregnant, and she's having Servius's baby. And Servius asked Cordelia to marry him, and she's in her first trimester. Cordelia is in her second try. He got her pregnant after Cordelia, and this man didn't want no baby. Oh, bitch, let's get tea. Okay, so I'm gonna have Lori and this woman just sit and gossip and, you know, shoot the shit and see what's going on. So I'm gonna have them sit here together because Lori is just, oh my god, her mind. And this is why I really feel like she should be the next Supreme, because I just feel like this came to her in a vision, and the vision was 100% accurate. She was like, oh, I need to like chill with this girl. So let's just have her sit. And I mean, Lori doesn't know that she's pregnant yet. So let's just have her gossip a little bit, get to know her. So let's gossip about other Sims, and we're going to ask about Servius. So where is this woman going? I have so many questions. Is she ready to leave? And this is a very tense conversation. I feel like she knows Lori's trying to get information out of her, but Lori is just trying to like be this woman's friend. So let's see here. We're going to be friendly and then we're going to talk about some interests. This is why Lori is my new favorite sim in this save file, because she's like, listen, Servius is a great guy and I'm so glad I got to meet you at his house the other day. But I feel like, again, this sim, oh, she is on to things. So let's follow her upstairs. I think she's trying to either use the bathroom or give herself space from Lori. Oh no, she wants to come to the dance floor. I cannot believe that Servius got another one pregnant, like after he was crying about having a baby. So I think Lori is going to become this woman's best friend, but I think she needs to make a choice. Like, does she tell her sister that she's pregnant? And it looks like Lori's getting along with her pretty well. So I'm gonna have her ask another question about Servius, just like casually. So let me see. Friendly, gossip, ask about another Sim's attractive preferences. And she's like, have you ever hooked up with Servius? Just between us girls. You don't have to tell me anything for real. And let's see, Lori's coming over here. We want the tea. Come on, Miriam, spill. And I think Miriam is like, Servius is hot. We hooked up a couple times, but he likes beards. Why is she crying? Are y'all okay? Now that we know a little bit more about Miyari and Servius, Lori asks all the right questions. I'm going to have her ask, is she pregnant? And, Lori's like, girl, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but, you look like you got a little bun in the oven. So let's see if, like, how this pans out. And Miyari is like, yeah, like actually the times I hooked up with Servius, he got me pregnant and I'm having his baby. So Miyari's like, I came here as a tourist just to explore this vampire town. And I never expected to like get pregnant by Servius, but one thing just led to another. And Lori's like, thank you so much for telling me. Oh, I'm a little bit tired and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go home now. So Lori is about to go home, honey, and spill all of this tea. But she's like, she doesn't know if she should spill it, if she should just wait a little bit. Because I feel like, what would you do in this situation? Like, your sister has clearly chosen this man over family, and she's pregnant by him, but he got another woman pregnant. Like, what do you do? And I just feel for Lori in this situation. Like, I know she needs to say something to her sister, but I feel like that whole scenario just made her exhausted. And so, looking at Lori's sentiments now that she's back, it looks like Miyari's baby is unwanted. So it says, unwanted child on the way. They got pregnant but didn't want to. Such a difficult situation, and it makes Lori troubled to hear about it. So I feel like Lori feels sad for both her sister and Miyari because she knows they're both getting played by Servius big time. But she's definitely going to love on Oya and Shango. So Shango is like her familiar and Oya is her sister's. So she's just going to confide into the cats and just let out all her feelings and pet them and love on them. And hopefully they can get her through these emotions because she has a lot to decide. Like, does she tell her sister? Does she confront Servius? Like, what does she do in the situation? Because she definitely can't tell her mother. And I feel like Servius is just super frustrated. So he's over here beating up on this bat once more. Like, that's not going to change the fact that you have 2 kids on the way. So I really don't know what to tell him. So I'm actually gonna have him call Miyari, and let's see, I just want him to like chat with her. Nothing major, he just wants to call her to check on her. Oh, and it looks like Cecilia has a new personality trait, squeamish. I think it's funny if the Supreme is squeamish. So yes, she can definitely be squeamish for sure. So I'm going to actually have Servius come down here, and he is definitely trying to play the part that he is ready to be this family man. So I'm going to have him try to like do some cooking and do some cleaning. So let's see. I'm gonna have him make some dinner, and let's do some meat. You know, he's a vampire. He really doesn't eat human food. He has no actual cooking skill. But I guess he's gonna make the ladies some franken beans. I would be so pissed if my man made me some franken beans. But you know, it's the thought that counts. And it looks like Cordelia is in here looking at her baby's future room and thinking about how this is going to be the place where she's going to raise her baby. And I feel like she's super excited. I'm just going to have her go in here and check on her baby bump. And I feel like she's just really happy to be a mom, but it kind of makes me sad because it's like I don't think she realized like you're not about to really get married for real. You're not about to like have this family like you think you are. Your man is cheating on you and he has a baby on the way. So it's like she's so delusional, but she's so happy that I feel like she chooses to be delusional because she wants this to work so bad. And I hope she knows that like having this baby is not going to change Servius. Like this man is 500 years old, girl. So I'm actually gonna have Cecilia come in here and talk to her daughter. Just, you know, to ask her about how everything's going with the pregnancy. Oh, not Cecilia down here laughing and joking with Servius. Like, hello. And Servius is really trying his hardest to act like he doesn't notice her and he doesn't want to talk to her. And look at him trying to be like frisky to her. Excuse me? And it's so awkward that as soon as Cordelia came in here, Servius left the room. Anyway, so I'm actually gonna have Cecilia and Cordelia just have a mini conversation, and she's like, you know, I don't like the way you're living here, Cordelia. I'm very unhappy, very dissatisfied, and I'm ready to go and return to Glimmerbrook. Ew. That was nasty. And Cordelia's like, I don't understand, but I feel like Cordelia thinks that this has something to do with, you know, her mom walking in on her. And then look at Servius coming in here to be a supportive man. I feel like Lori is sending a very strong message because she sleep on the other side in her sister's bed after that information. So I feel like this is definitely a sign to Mr. Servius to, you know, don't mess what we got going on over here. All right, so we got Cordelia coming in and she's going to sleep with her sissy. Look at that. Look at these two. Now, see, this is what I like to see. Just two sisters looking out for each other, down with Servius. So, again, he's trying to be the perfect man and he's over here cleaning this tub, honey, trying to be fake like he's really about to do something. However, I'm going to have Servius take a prowl on the town and just, you know, have him see what's going on out here. Let me pause to see if there's like anybody walking around at night. So Servius was just out here drinking blood and he's been flirting with this lady. He put a spell on her. So I feel like he wants her to be captivated by him when she wakes up. So, you know, as soon as she gets up from being slumped over here, he's gonna be like, hey, beautiful. Hey, beautiful, you took that better than most girls. When I bite them, I'm sorry about that. She seems pretty smitten by him. She's a little bit uncomfortable, but she's feeling him. You know, one of his girls is pregnant in her second trimester. The other one is in her first trimester. So I feel like he just needs someone who would be an amazing blood bank for him, first of all. And then another side chick. So he's trying to seduce her. She's falling for it. He's putting out all the stops. And you know, she's very pretty compared to his other side piece. She's very pretty. And I'm actually kind of like flustered because he is able to like flirt with these women and turn them out so quickly. Look how fast their relationship meter is going up for romance. And then look at the little bite marks on her neck. I can't take it. So he's learning her romantic orientation and she's still exploring. And since the sun's coming out, he's about to be like, hey, you know, you want to come down and visit the catacombs with me and look at some of my old friends. So he's actually just going to come here and then I'm going to have him just talk to her for a little bit, you know, flirt with her, flirtation. So he's gonna just let her know that he thinks she's super pretty and he hasn't taken a drink from a woman as pretty as her in quite some time, you know. Mind you, he has two kids on the way. He got project twins on the way. But he just wants her to know that he thinks that she is just super gorgeous. So she's feeling a little bit uncomfortable, and I think that has to do with her getting bitten. But you know, she's here, she's down for it. And then he's going to talk to her about his mortal life. And he's just going to say, you know what, you remind me of a woman I met back in my mortal life years and years ago. She was pretty just like you. So, oh, did she just steal that? She's a klepto. Oh my God, she's like perfect for Servius. She literally just stole that off of here. Oh my God. I'm gonna have him talk about his fantasies with her. He's like, you know, I never taken a woman down here before. You're the first woman that I've ever been with down here. And oh, not the innocent bystander. So Servius kicked the man out, and now I'm gonna have him make a move on this lady, this kleptomaniac vampire fanatic who he just drained for her blood. He's gonna put a move on her, and let's just see how things pan out, because this might be his second sneaky link on Cordelia, but this time we get to witness it in action. Oh my goodness, y'all. If Cordelia only knew. Where are they doing this? Okay. Are they taking it to the coffin? They are. So it looks like his vampire ways worked, because he got this girl busting down in the catacombs, child, at the graveyard. So it appears that he has secured himself another side piece, and he has two kids on the way. He's due to get married. You know, I feel like Cordelia could see this with her own eyes and still be like, that's my man, and I'm going to stick beside him, which makes me kind of actually sad. And look at him just grinning like a Chester cat. Like, ugh. So Servius is going to flatter her and be like, you know, I had a really good time with you. Your blood was amazing. But I got to go home now. You know, I got to get home to my girl. And this ditzy heifer, she's just like, okay, yeah, bye. Now, Servius was only supposed to come out to drink some blood. And I feel like he got that and then some. And does he feel a way about it? Absolutely not. So he's just doing a little walk of shame back home, you know, sweating and everything. The sun is out, he's uncomfortable, but he got his blood, and that's all he cares about. Servius is back home, and it looks like he is embarrassed from an awkward encounter. So it just seems like he might have a little bit regrets about what he just did. But it says Servius is left in awe after his latest sexual partner gave him so much pleasure despite not being quite his type. So I guess it was awkward because, you know, that Sim was not his type at all, but the sissy was amazing. So I'm gonna have him sneak in the house here. Let me come up the stairs, and I gotta put down the walls. This house has like way too many walls, but I'm gonna have him sneak in the house here and take a thoughtful shower. He seems like he's a little bit embarrassed, you know, two kids on the way, and he just, you know, just went with the first thing walking, got her blood, and he was like, you know, got an itch, I guess you can scratch it. And it looks like Cordelia and her mom are over here having a conversation, and she's like, you know, Cordelia, I feel like there's nothing I can do here to help you. So the Supreme is just ready to go. She's like, this place is a mess. We got the cats eating food off the counter, and she's like, I'm ready to go back home. Yeah. Someone take me home, please. Mind you, she can take herself home, but the ladies of the house are about to go travel back to Glimmerbrook to check on Cordelia's mom's house, because she heard that her daughters just came back to town. And then Cordelia also needs to replace her things that got taken away. But, you know, instead of trying to help her mom get ready to take this trip, the first thing she does is have a little dance with Servius. And this is after he just busted down some random woman in the middle of a graveyard. So she has no clue what he was doing. You know, she doesn't know. She just knows that she loves this man. So we're going to get everyone ready to travel to Glimmerbrook. Everyone except for Servius, that is, because he's not invited. Y'all, I am pissed because I accidentally had everything paused. And everyone was sitting here together, the whole family. As you can see, there are two people missing, and that is because Cordelia and Servius has left the room. Servius was in a flirty mood and he was over here flirting with her mom, and he probably said something on the lines of, you are just honestly so sexy. You look so much like Cordelia. And I don't think Cordelia was feeling that. At first, I thought Lori, with this look on her face, at first I thought she spilled the beans, but no, it wasn't that. Like, Cordelia got jealous because her man started flirting with her mom in front of her. So she just stormed out of here. So let's check on the happy couple and see how they're doing now. So I'm gonna check on Servius's stats, and he just seems like he's in a good mood. But right here, you see Cordelia has discovered that she's jealous, and also, she's concerned because she's like, is he seeing other people behind my back? And now Lori was messy, and she was gossiping about Miari, but she didn't spill the beans just yet. But let's see, Servius, he's in a good mood. He's feeling close, and he just wants to take a shower, and he is still feeling good from that woohoo that he just had. But no, Cordelia, like, she's very upset. She has a flirty spouse. She's jealous. And let's see, she also is anxious from fear of being cheated on. That anxious feeling looms over Cordelia as she discovers something new about herself, a fear that wasn't there before, growing inside, ready to overcome Cordelia into paralysis. So she's about to have some self discovery. I think that maybe her blinders just came off because she's like, why would he be flirting with my mom in front of me? So let's see. Oh, not him pretending to go to sleep. Like, we know you're a vampire. We know you do not need no sleep. So I think she is just going to come over here and wake him up because she's like, what you said to my mom was very weird and I didn't like it. So now they just need to have a serious heart to heart. And he's like, ugh, I guess we'll talk about it. So he's refusing to look at her and he's just taking out his frustrations on this stuffed animal as usual. So we're going to talk about their woohoo life, and I'm going to pause this because there's so many different settings with this mod here. So I'm going to go to relationships and pregnancy, jealousy and infidelity. And she's like, why were you flirting with my mom? Is there something I should know? And he's like, why are you pressing me about this right now? You know I'm sensitive. But let's see here. So I'm also gonna have her ask him, like, why does my sister keep bringing up this woman? Like, she's been talking about her since that day, before we moved in. Like, why does she keep asking about Miari? What's going on? So I think Cordelia has a lot of doubts about Servius now, rightfully so. And he is denying, denying, denying. And he's saying there's nothing to worry about, darling. We're friends. And she's like, okay. She's like, well, I think maybe we should just talk to someone. Let's go to Glimmerbrook and maybe talk to a counselor. Because she's like, why would you flirt with my mom? Like, I can't get past that. And of course he's deflecting and he's deflecting, but she know what she saw. She saw it and heard it with her own two eyes. He was flirting with her mom. Now they're just over here having a heart to heart. She's like, is this because I've been gaining weight due to the baby? So now I'm gonna go to Woohoo Health. And of course he's like, absolutely not. You're beautiful. I love you. And she's like, well, can vampires get Woohoo transmitted diseases? Because, like, I'm pregnant and I need to know, like, if you are not cheating on me, fine. But I don't feel right now. I love my sister. My sister would never lie to me. And he's saying, oh, that he's clear of WTDs, but why am I getting a notification that Cecilia is busting down? Oh no. After he flirted with her, she went and called somebody and started having a self woohoo. That's kind of concerning, because your daughter's boyfriend flirted with you. Now you're in a flirty mood. Anyway, girl. So Cordelia is like, listen, if you are being faithful to me like you say you are, I kind of just want to get us both tested for woohoo transmitted diseases because I know my sister, is not making these things up. And I don't know why she keeps mentioning this, but you flirting with my mom just kind of tripped my head out. And I need to make sure we're both safe. And because this motherfucker is overly confident, he's like, you know what? Let's go get tested. Let's go. Perfect time of the day. It's 8:50 something p.m. So I'm sure they're gonna go see a doctor that's a vampire. So Lori, and I feel like Lori is just being super bold. So now she's gonna call Miari, and she's like, "Hey, bestie, you should come over. You should come over. I'll cook for us, and we can, hang out." So Mayari's coming over, and I'm gonna have her just cook something so they can hang out and chit chat. Now, mind you, Lori has not specifically said that he has hooked up with Miari. She hasn't said that this woman is pregnant. She just keeps mentioning her and asking about her. And Cordelia knows how her sister is. So Lori's just going to invite her over. And she's like, oh, this is my good friend Miari. I keep talking about, the one I mentioned at Servius's house. So she's going to make them, let's see. And I'm gonna have Lori make some vanilla cupcakes for her guest that's coming over while Cordelia and Servius are out. She's like, "Oh, this is gonna be the perfect time," because Lori knows that her sister like wouldn't believe her if she said that, "Hey, this man is cheating on you. This woman's pregnant." So I think she's just finding her own way to like make it obvious that there's something going on, and I think this is the final straw because she put doubt in Cordelia's mind, but now if she sees her and sees this pregnant woman in her house, oh, Cordelia has no choice. So Cecilia is introducing herself to Miara and she's like, young lady, you look like you're with child. Oh, and look who's back. So hold on, let me pause here and go to my notification panel. So it looks like they both don't have any WTDs, which is good. And they're out here celebrating. She's like, oh, baby, I should have trusted you. I should have listened to you. I'm so sorry. It's these hormones having me crazy. Now I'm going to have little prego Cordelia come in here and grab a cupcake with Servius after they're both done celebrating that, they have no WTDs. And I feel like she feels more confident and secure in her relationship. But she has no clue what she's about to walk into. So Cordelia is like, Mom, who is this in my house? So I'm gonna have her introduce herself, and I feel like Servius is about to be sweating, honey, but he's a professional at this. He's been doing this for 500 years, so he's about to play it off. So let me see. So I'm gonna have Cordelia introduce herself to Miari, and she's on her second cupcake. And she's like, oh, hi, welcome. You must be my sister's friend. She's like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Miari. So I have Miari over here, and she is making stank faces at Servius because she's like, what the hell did I just walk into? Cordelia's like, oh my goodness, you're having a baby. Congratulations. I'm pregnant too. And, he's trying to put on the flirty stops in front of Miari. And she's like, what is this? What is going on right now? Oh, and Servius is not happy about this. He's like, hey, I don't want to hear about none of this pregnancy stuff. I don't know this woman. But she's like, oh, are you with Servius? Because I'm with him too. So it's getting a little bit messy here. Oh, he got caught. He got caught. He got caught. Hold on. Oh, not Miari leaving. Oh my goodness. So Servius got caught with Miari. But I'm about to slap this girl. So after it just came out, there was just so much that happened. And now I want to slap this woman because after Servius got caught and his business got put out on Front Street, that he was sleeping with Miari and she's also pregnant. Instead of being mad at him, she slaps him, but he puts his charm on her And they're slow dancing, and he's like, listen, I'm so sorry. This is before we took things seriously and before we got engaged. I love you, and it's only me and you. She means nothing to me. So Cordelia, look at her little face. She's like, okay, you promise. And she's like, how am I going to get past this? But mind you, I mean, they were never in an official relationship. They were just sleeping with each other. And she got pregnant. So, I mean, kind of he is right. He didn't cheat on her, but still, like he should have let her know that she was pregnant. And I mean, if anything, he got Cordelia pregnant first. So it's like you get her pregnant, and then you turn around and get someone else pregnant. And you weren't using any protection. And Lori's sleeping in the bed with her mom. I feel like she might be a little bit scared or, maybe feeling insecure about like getting into an argument with her sister. So she's like, Mama, can I sleep with you? And both of these ladies are having flirty dreams. I cannot. Anyway, so she's like, Mama, can I sleep with you? Because she knows that there could have been a better way that she could have done that. But as you can see, it worked. The delivery might have been off, but now her sister is fully aware that Servius has another baby on the way. What's interesting to me? Servius has he has no negative moodlets from being caught cheated on. He really doesn't care. Well, Servius is just out here finding people to drink blood from, like nothing happened. And it's like he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he hurt Cordelia. He's just back on his vampire stuff, biting random people. And I think Lori kind of feels bad. I mean, yes and no. Does she feel bad? Yes. But is she happy that her sister is not being lied to? Also, yes. So she kind of wants to cheer her sister up. And she's like, you know what? We are going to go to Glimmerbrook and buy everything you need. And we're going to take mom home because mom is super stressed out. So wake up. We have some things to do. We're not going to sit in bed all day and be sad because you're dating a loser. So Cordelia is like, you know what? You're right. So let me go into her inventory. And where is it? And I'm going to have her travel to the magic realm because she does need to focus on what's important. So, all right. So she made it to Caster's Alley and she's just going to buy everything that she needs in order to become a better witch because I feel like now that she's going to be a mom and she's getting closer and closer to giving birth, she is very focused on becoming the best witch that she can be so that she can help her child out. But she doesn't have much money, so we do have to be careful with how much we spend. So I think she is going to get herself a classic broom, but she's also going to put a rocket broom away to give to her daughter because she knows that, her baby is going to be the next Supreme. So she wants her to have the best of the best. So she's just going to get a classic broom for herself and then a rocket broom to give to her daughter when she's old enough. And now she's just also going to stock up on some stones. We're going to get some rubies, some turquoise, all that stuff that she needs. And now I'm going to have Cordelia stock up on her potion supplies because she really doesn't have any. So she's going to get a good amount of things because, again, she doesn't know when she's going to come back here because she'll be giving birth soon and she'll be busy with her baby and then her toddler. So we're just going to stock up on pretty much everything. And I mean, she can come back or she can send her sister here to pick up some stuff, but she just knows that it's going to be a while before she makes her way back to Glimmerbrook. Even though she can get here in the blink of an eye with her stone, she just knows that she'll be too preoccupied raising her daughter to come here and buy what she needs. So let's stock up on everything. While she's traveling back, we have Miss Cecilia here, and from the corner of her eye, she just sees someone super fine, and she's in a flirty mood. He's in a flirty mood, but she just wants to come and introduce herself. She's like, "Hello, how are you, darling?" And so, oh, she blew him a kiss. Okay, and he liked it. So I'm gonna have her get to know this man and flirt with him a little bit. Let's see, friendly. Oh, and he's giving her a suggestive look, and she's going to accept his advances. And his name is Dachi. Okay, so I'm gonna have her just flirt, you know, talk with him a little bit, get to know him. And because she is the Supreme, she could literally do and get whoever she wants. So I think he is just smitten for her. And she made a move on him, and oh, he is following this move. And oh my goodness, we see Miari and one of Cordelia's sisters. Could it be that they maybe sent Miari to ruin Cordelia's life? I don't know, but all I can say is that we are going to end the episode here. I feel like there was a lot of drama, but now that we have the two evil twin sisters, well, one of the evil twin sisters in the picture, we just have so much more to get into with this Let's Play. So I'm gonna end it here, but thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, y'all.